What's up, y'all? Barbershop Conversations, man. It's fight week for Frank Martin. And I'm excited because he has his own stage. You know, everyone at 135, names of mention, has already fought earlier in the year. He's gone back and forth with a few. And I'm looking forward to potentially an aggressive Frank Martin. I'm talking about in terms of his interviews. I think if he looks sensational and beats this guy, I think he deserves the Tank Davis fight. Plain and simple, you know. I think it'll be great for him. My common sense denominator, if that's a term, is they're gonna treat him like Gary Russell. You know, he's a career destroyer. He's a money revenue destroyer, you know, and he will destroy the potential in these fighters. You know, I don't think, I'm going to go on a limb and say, as much clout and the relationship as Errol Spence has with Al Haymon, no way does he put him in the ring with Tank Davis. You know, I think Frank Martin on the PBC side is Tank at 135 is Tank Davis' toughest opponent. I don't think it'll happen. I think they're going to parlay the Ryan Garcia fans. And I think it'll be more of Isaac Cruz, you know. That's why I stand on Frank Martin should have been the co-main event, you know, as opposed to Isaac Cruz, because they're going to parlay him and the momentum and, you know. But anyways, I'll digress and just talk about Frank Martin. I'm excited for him. I am. I don't know him personally. I've interviewed him once during COVID, and he has a great bloodline. You know, his cousin plays for the Giants now. I think he used to play for the Cowboys, but now he plays for the Giants, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So he has a good bloodline, you know, and I'm excited for him to put on the show, man. He looks sensational against Ali, and I'm glad he was able to come back in 6 months or 7 months, something like that. I think that's important. That shows you the power or the relationship that Earl and Al Haymon has. You know, I wish he would have been the co-main event, as I just mentioned, but because the amount of press that's going to be at his fight versus the Errol Spence fight is just 100 to 1, 100 to 1. You can't really compare it, you know. Will he be Gary Russell on PBC? Or will he be how Bob Arum and Devin Haney worked, you know? And I know some people may say Bob Arum used him to get the Lomachenko. That could possibly be the case. But you use me, I use you, fair exchange, you know. Fair exchange is no robbery. You know, Devin Haney defied the odds, and as you can see, he was financially rewarded, you know, and now he has all the chips on the table at 135. But I'm real interested to see what happens. If Frank Martin puts on the show, it reminds me of when Gary Russell fought Tug in recent history, you know. But I think the business of boxing will block Frank Martin because he's just too good. You know, he would embarrass Isaac Cruz. Who else is at 135? You know, I just think there's just like I just think all the way around, you know. I think Derek James is a A+ trainer. I think he trains in an A+ gym. Frank Martin has A+ talent. Frank Martin, he looks like an intellectual in the ring. He looks like he has like a PhD in like boxing skills. I'm really excited to see this, man. I want him to put on the show. We got it's my college weekend this year. As you guys know, my accountability team, you know, my brothers for 30 years, they come in town. They staying at the Hawthorne Estate this weekend. So what I'm going to do is we're going to be around the pool and we barbecuing Saturday, and I'm going to put the fight on. We're going to change it. I'm going to intentionally change it from the NBA Summer League and we gonna watch Frank Martin fight. And everybody that it will be at my house has never seen Frank Martin fight but me. So I'm gonna introduce my inner circle to Frank Martin this Saturday, and he's gonna put on the show. So I genuinely wish Frank Martin well. It's maybe at some point I'll get a chance to meet him, but I just think his talent is exquisite. You know, I think his talent is articulate. I think his talent is intelligent. You know what I mean? I think his talent is highly intellectual. I think it's wise. I love the last 2 rounds of, and I'm just going off my mental memory of how he fought Ali. I love it. And I want him to put on the show because the kid he's fighting, I believe, is an Olympian. I'm just going off of what I believe to be true. I think he's an Olympian. I think he's one of them older overseas fighters that only fought a handful of times, but now is like kind of like the Lomachenko trajectory. But anyways, man, I'm looking forward to it. You guys see behind me, it's gym time. Make sure, I'm not sure how many days we have. 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks left, you know, from Errol Spence. Hopefully you guys have been in the gym working out and doing what you need to do so you can do what you want to do. And so I'm excited, man. Frank Martin will be watching at the Hawthorne Estate. We will be watching this weekend. And that's kind of where I'm at. So y'all go ahead and have a great day. I believe they're there now because I saw them get on the plane. And I'm curious to know, will Errol Spence stay in Las Vegas for the next 2 weeks? I'm just interested to know, will he stay in for the next 2 weeks? If you asking me, should he? Yeah, I would say yeah, you know. But I don't think he will, you know. He's a family man, and I think him having his daughters and now son around the gym only helps him. He's undefeated, so why would you change what's worked for you? So, but anyways, man, this is the co-main event, and we got 2 weeks to get to the main event. There's a 14-day break in between the co-main event of Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, man, because I think Isaac Cruz don't deserve it. I think Frank Martin deserves it, especially coming off of the win he just had. So, yeah, anyways, y'all have a great day, and good luck, Frank Martin. Good luck, Frank Martin, and show up and show out, dog, and make a statement. And I would suggest to him to be more exquisite in his interviews. You know, he's a little bit shy. He's coming out of his shell a little bit more, but be more exquisite in your interviews and more direct, because that's going to get, you got a clear date. Everyone at 135 is watching. They'll be live chatting. I mean, really, the attention is on you right now. If you look sensational this weekend, people are going to have you as, you literally can bump up and be like the 3rd or 4th, as people going to forever say Shakur, Devin, and Tank are number 1, 2, and 3. You literally can catapult to number 4 with pressure. There's a difference between the 4th best, like in the welterweight division. You could be 3 and 4, but there's no pressure to fight Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, right? But Frank Martin can thrust himself to number 4, and then people saying, Frank Martin could beat Tank Davis. Frank Martin could beat Devin Haney. He could beat Shakur. You get what I'm saying? Like, no one, like, who's number 3? Keith Thurman. No one believes Keith Thurman can beat Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. No one can beat Ugas. No one believes Ugas can beat him. People believe Jaron Ennis can beat him. He's probably the 5th, right? Someone may say he's number 3. You decide. I don't care. But there's, like, no pressing. Like, anyways, y'all have a great day. Barbershop Conversations. I'll holla. Peace.